Oh, hey everyone. Okay, I won't make you wait anymore. I was just helping you practice patience. Patience is waiting until later for what you want now. All this month we've been learning how to wait with patience instead of complaining or getting angry. When you're hungry but it's not dinner time, you can be patient. When you want to ask your mom a question but she's in the middle of a phone call, you can be patient. When something happens to you that just doesn't make any sense, you can be patient and trust that God has a bigger plan. Just like it says in our memory verse, Psalm 27:14. Wait for the Lord, be strong and don't lose hope. Wait for the Lord. We can wait for what God has planned. We can stay strong and trust that He knows best. You know, baking is a great way to practice patience since you have to wait for your delicious treats to cook in the oven. So let me grab my baking hat and my spatula because I've got another fun baking game for us to play today. It's called chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin. Raise your hand if you've ever grabbed a cookie thinking it was chocolate chip only to bite into it and discover that it was oatmeal raisin. What a disappointment. Well, in this game, you're going to see some pictures. Each picture will last only 5 seconds, and you need to decide, is that an oatmeal raisin cookie or a chocolate chip cookie? And then, of course, just for fun, we're going to throw in a little oatmeal raisin chocolate chip trivia for you. All right? Get ready. Let's play. Well, how did you do? Was it harder than you thought it would be? I had trouble with a few of them myself. But you know what? I'm very excited because now it's time to lift our voices and give God the praise He deserves. When we sing to God, it's a way that we can thank Him for all He's doing in our lives. We can celebrate how amazing He is. We can tell Him how grateful we are for His love. And we can tell Him that we're going to be patient because we trust Him. Let's stand up and sing to Him now.
Sometimes it's hard to wait for all the things that I want. Sometimes I kind of feel like it's just taking too long to get the things I want, what I think I need, but I know you know what's best for me. I'm gonna live what I believe. I'm gonna wait that you're working it out. I'm gonna hold up, slow down. I'm gonna trust that you're working it out. I'm gonna hold up, slow down. I'm gonna trust that you're working it out. I'm gonna hold up, slow down. I'm gonna trust that you're working it out. I'm gonna wait, 'cause I know you're still working. I'm gonna have patience, 'cause it'll be worth it. I'm gonna have faith, I know you have a purpose. I'm gonna wait, 'cause I know you're still working on me. Still working on me. Still working on me.
Hey everybody, I'm Lawson and I cannot wait to share this story I've got for you today. Actually, I can wait. That's the whole point. And you can wait too.
Lawson? Lawson!
Patience, Mom! Mother. Ma'am. Anyway, so I heard this story from my cousin Tara, who teaches 5th grade. And she showed her class a picture of a dog she rescued from the dog shelter. Oh, look at him, what a face, he's such a cute dog. Look at him, he's a good puppy, he's a good dog. Anyhow, Rashida, a student in her class, told my cousin she was inspired to rescue a dog too. So when she gets home, she begs her parents to rescue a dog. Please, 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 please. And she adds, I'll never ask for anything again, ever. And amazingly, Rashida's parents agree. But Mom says, only if you take care of it yourself. And Rashida's so excited, she does a happy dance. And she chases her tail like a puppy. But there's one tiny catch. They told her she had to wait an entire month to adopt the dog. Rashida's like, I can wait, no problem. But by 1 week in, Rashida's like, can we get my dog earlier? I hate waiting. This is no fair. And she throws a tantrum. Like a toddler. Mom's finally had enough. She puts her foot down. Hard. Mom tells Rashida they need to make a list of things to do while you wait. And Rashida discovers all sorts of things to work on. She makes healthy dog treats and tests them herself. She practices how to train a dog. Sit, stay, good doggy. She plans out the best route to take her dog for walks on. And she warns the neighbors there might be a little barking at first. And by the time Rashida's setting up a tiny dog bed, she discovers 3 weeks have flown by and it's the day to get her dog. And they all live happily ever after. Mostly. So kids, never cuddle a brand new dog without a change of clothes handy. But do remember that patience is waiting until later for what you want now. And I'll see you guys later. Are you gonna say cut?
Cut!
Whew! All right, do we have any snacks?
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story inspired by the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verses 24 through 34.
When Abraham's son Isaac grew up, he married a girl named Rebekah. But it didn't seem as though they'd be able to have children.
Please, God, give us children.
But God answered Isaac's prayers, and Rebekah became pregnant with twins.
Isaac, I'm pretty sure they're having a wrestling match in here.
Oh, definitely boys.
Rebekah asked God about the struggle she could feel. He told her,
2 nations are in your body. One nation will be stronger than the other. The older son will serve the younger one.
When it was time for the babies to be born, they came out fighting. Esau was born first. He came out with a strong set of lungs and a head full of red hair. His brother Jacob was born moments later, still holding on to Esau's heel.
How on earth did he manage that?
The brothers shared the same birthday, but as they grew, that was about the only thing they had in common. Esau loved to roam far out into the wilderness.
I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more.
Jacob preferred the comforts of home.
The sun is so hot. I'll just take a little nap in the tent.
Esau loved to hunt wild animals.
That is one excellent wildebeest.
Jacob preferred a different type of hunting.
Not you, not you. Ha! The perfect ripe honeydew melon.
One fine morning, Esau headed out into the wilds in search of adventure and some nice, juicy venison.
I'll feast tonight.
But Esau went all morning without spotting a single rabbit.
Ugh, should have packed a lunch.
In the afternoon, he tracked a deer for hours, but he missed his chance as the deer sprang away.
Ah!
At last, Esau headed for home, defeated. He was tired and irritated and so hungry he could eat an entire woolly mammoth.
Must eat food.
As Esau neared camp, a delicious smell wafted out to greet him.
Food!
Jacob had been home all day, resting and plucking his favorite herbs from his garden.
A little coriander, some dill.
As evening approached, Jacob used his savory herbs to whip up a tasty red lentil stew and a batch of fresh, buttery bread.
This will crisp up nicely on the hot stones.
By the time Esau had arrived in camp, Jacob's stew was simmered to perfection, and the bread was hot and crusty.
Food! Food!
Esau lunged for the stew cauldron, ready to grab a bowl, but Jacob blocked his path.
Not so fast.
Step aside, I'm hungry.
Clearly.
Just let me have some of that red stew.
Certainly.
Esau tried to dive for the stew pot again.
Just one itty-bitty thing.
What?
Well, first, give me the rights that belong to you as the oldest son.
Esau spent more time listening to his stomach than his brain, so in that moment, his stomach won out.
Look, I'm dying of hunger. If I die, those rights are pointless anyway. Now give me that stew.
Esau sprang forward once more.
Promise to give me your rights.
Fine.
Fine what?
Fine, I promise.
Promise what?
I promise to give you my rights as the oldest.
Cool. Help yourself.
Jacob stepped aside as Esau hurled himself at the stew pot.
Stew!
Esau happily gorged himself on rich stew and fresh bread. But as his stomach filled up, he had time to stop and think again. Esau had just traded the rights of a lifetime for a meal that would only last him a few hours.
Wow, it's hard to imagine being so hungry that you'd give up something as important as a birthright. But that's exactly what Esau did. He traded his rights of a lifetime for a meal that would fill his stomach for only a few hours. I don't know if Jacob's stew was as delicious as, say, a chocolate chip cookie, but do you think it was worth a birthright? I don't think so either. But in the moment when Esau was tired, hungry, and impatient, he gave up something that was really important and valuable. Sometimes when we're impatient, there's a big cost. That's what we need to remember today. If you don't wait, it could cost you. You might not lose your birthright like Esau did, but you could lose screen time privileges. You could miss out on doing something fun with your family. You could even hurt a friendship by saying something you regret. That's why we need to learn to wait until later for the things we want right now. Because if you don't wait, it could cost you. That's all for this week. I'll see you all next week. Bye.